ever think about the kind of legacy you want to leave behind? Like what mark you'll make on the world? Well, today, we're diving into the life of someone who did just that.
Okay.
Dhirubhai Shah. He might not be like a household name,
Right.
but his story is all about the power one person has to make a real difference.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a fascinating journey.
Okay.
Dhirubhai went from practicing law to shaping the very fabric of an entire region in India.
Wow.
We're going to unpack his leadership style, his deep commitment to his community, and how he navigated the twists and turns of his political career.
We are all from a podcast we've got highlighting his life,
Yeah.
a fantastic overview of his accomplishments, and hopefully some takeaways you can apply to your own life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's particularly intriguing about Dhirubhai's story is that his journey began in a seemingly traditional field law.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he started practicing back in 1978.
You'd think a lawyer is all about legal precedents and courtroom battles. But even in those early days, there's a hint that Dhirubhai was drawn to something more.
Exactly. He wasn't just focused on winning cases.
Right.
He was deeply interested in connecting with people, understanding their problems on a personal level.
I see.
It's almost as if he was already cultivating the empathy and understanding that would later define his leadership style.
So it's like those early client interactions, those glimpses into people's everyday struggles, were already shaping his perspective.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in 1983, he makes a move that surprises a lot of people. He jumps into the world of politics, running for councillor in the Gandhidham Municipality.
And this is where things get really interesting. He wins the election,
Okay.
which is impressive on its own.
Yeah.
But what's even more remarkable is that even though he's part of the opposition party,
Okay.
he's chosen as the leader of the opposition.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
For those of us who aren't experts in Indian politics,
Yeah.
what exactly does that mean?
So the leader of the opposition is essentially the leader of the largest party, not in the ruling coalition.
Gotcha.
It's a position of significant influence as they hold the government accountable and present alternative policies.
Okay.
The fact that Dhirubhai was chosen for this role,
Yeah.
while in the minority party, speaks volumes about the respect he garnered across party lines.
Yeah.
Even his political rivals recognized his leadership qualities.
That's wild. Clearly, he had a way of bringing people together,
Right.
even those who might disagree with him politically.
Absolutely.
So he's already making waves.
Yeah, definitely.
But then in 1984, he decides to run for president of the municipality.
And this is where his ability to build bridges really shines.
Okay.
Remember, his party was still in the minority at this time.
Right.
Yet he manages to secure a victory and become the president of the Gandhidham Municipality.
Wow.
It's a testament to his skills in negotiation, persuasion, and his ability to forge alliances,
I see.
essential qualities for any effective leader.
So, okay, picture this. You're living in Gandhidham during Dhirubhai's time as president.
Right.
Over the next 9 years, he initiates some pretty remarkable changes.
He did, yeah.
We're talking new markets popping up, beautification projects taking shape,
Okay.
and the introduction of the Lok Mela festival.
And it's important to look beyond just the physical changes.
Right.
These initiatives weren't just about bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
They were about Dhirubhai's deep understanding of his community's needs.
Okay.
Those new markets.
Yeah.
They provided opportunities for small businesses to thrive.
Yeah.
The Lok Mela.
Okay.
It fostered community spirit and gave residents a chance to come together and celebrate.
Wow.
It wasn't just about development. It was
Right.
about uplifting the lives of the people he served.
And there's this one detail that really struck me.
Okay.
He implemented a policy to provide free cremation wood
Yeah.
for families who had lost loved ones.
Right.
It might seem like a small thing,
Mm-hmm.
but think about the impact. He was easing the burden on families during an incredibly difficult time.
It speaks volumes about his empathy
Wow.
and his commitment to serving those in need, regardless of their circumstances.
Yeah.
These weren't just political moves.
Right.
They were acts of genuine compassion that made a tangible difference in people's lives.
It really does show how Dhirubhai's leadership was rooted in a genuine desire to make life better for the people around him.
Absolutely.
But even with all these successes, his path wasn't without its bumps in the road.
Right.
In 1989, when the BJP considered him as a candidate for the Gujarat Legislative Assembly,
Mm-hmm.
he chose to step aside
Yeah.
when the party decided to form an alliance with another group,
This is a pivotal moment in his story.
Okay.
And it reveals a lot about his character.
Okay.
Imagine you're on the verge of a potentially huge political opportunity.
Right.
And you choose to prioritize the needs of your party over your own ambition.
Yeah, that's a level of selflessness you don't often see in politics.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
It makes you wonder, was that a difficult decision for him?
It must have been.
What were the ramifications of that choice?
Well, we can't know for sure what was going through his mind.
Right.
One thing is clear.
Okay.
This decision cemented his reputation as a loyal and selfless leader.
Okay.
His willingness to put the party's interests first
Yeah.
earned him the respect and admiration of his colleagues.
Okay.
Solidifying his position within the BJP, it's a reminder that sometimes
Okay.
taking a step back can ultimately propel you forward in ways you never imagined.
So it's almost like a paradox, right?
It is.
By letting go of that immediate opportunity, he actually gained something far more valuable, trust and loyalty.
Exact.
But then, just a few years later,
Yeah.
he faces a setback that could have derailed his entire political career.
Right.
In 1995, he runs for BJP Kutch district president and loses by a single vote.
It's hard to imagine the sting of that defeat.
Right.
Losing by such a narrow margin could easily demoralize someone. Yeah.
Make them question their path.
Yeah.
But Dhirubhai's story is all about resilience.
Right.
He doesn't let this setback define him.
Okay.
Instead, he uses it as fuel to keep moving forward.
So even though he faced this major disappointment,
Yeah.
he didn't give up on his goals.
No, he didn't.
He kept pushing forward.
He did.
And in 1998, he achieves a remarkable comeback.
That's right.
He's elected as an MLA, member of the Legislative Assembly,
Yep.
and then becomes the Speaker of the Gujarat Legislative Assembly.
Wow.
That's like going from a local council to a state-level leadership position.
That's right.
Wow.
And his time as Speaker is marked by his impartiality and fairness.
Oh.
He earns the respect of both sides of the aisle,
Yeah.
which, as you can imagine, is incredibly rare in the often polarized world of politics.
So even though he's now operating on a much larger stage,
Right.
he's still committed to those core values of fairness and serving the people.
Absolutely.
Not just playing political game.
Exactly.
Yeah. He understood that his role was to uphold the integrity of the assembly,
Right.
to ensure that all voices were heard, and to represent the interests of Gujarat as a whole.
Wow.
It's a testament to his character
Yeah.
and his ability to rise above partisan politics.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how, even after achieving such a prominent position, Dhirubhai remained grounded in his values.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would have been easy to get swept up in the power dynamics of state politics, but he seems to have stayed true to his commitment to fairness and integrity.
It speaks to a deep sense of purpose, that extended beyond personal gain or political maneuvering.
Yeah.
He viewed his role as a public servant, first and foremost, and that perspective guided his actions throughout his career.
His journey really makes you think about the different ways leadership can manifest.
Right.
It's not always about holding the highest office or having the loudest voice.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about quietly but effectively working within the system
Yeah.
to bring about meaningful change.
That's such a great point.
Yeah.
Dhirubhai's legal background likely played a significant role in his approach to leadership.
Oh, okay.
His understanding of the law,
Yeah.
of how systems and structures work, gave him a unique perspective on navigating the complexities of government and politics.
Right.
He knew how to work within the rules
Yeah.
while still advocating for the needs of his community.
It's like he was able to see the bigger picture,
I think so.
to connect the dots between policy decisions and their real-world impact on people's lives.
Absolutely.
And that ability to connect with people,
Yeah.
to understand their needs and aspirations,
Yeah.
seems to be a recurring theme in his story.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's what allowed him to build bridges across party lines to win elections, even when his party was in the minority.
Yeah.
People trusted him.
Right.
They believed in his sincerity and his dedication to serving their interests. That kind of trust is invaluable for any leader.
Speaking of trust, his decision to step aside in the 1989 Assembly election really stands out.
Oh, yeah.
To sacrifice a personal opportunity for the sake of the party.
Right.
That's a powerful testament to his loyalty and commitment to something larger than himself.
It's a decision that could have easily backfired,
Yeah.
but it actually had the opposite effect.
Oh, okay.
It solidified his standing within the BJP,
Okay.
demonstrating his selflessness and his unwavering dedication to the party's success.
Yeah.
His colleagues recognized that he was someone they could rely on,
Right.
someone who put the collective good above personal ambition.
It's almost counterintuitive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You'd think that aggressively pursuing power would be the key to political success, but Dhirubhai's story suggests otherwise.
It does.
His willingness to put the needs of others first,
Yeah.
to make sacrifices for the greater good, ultimately strengthened his position and earned him the respect he deserved.
It's a lesson that extends far beyond the realm of politics. It's about understanding that true leadership is often about empowering others, about creating a space where everyone feels valued and heard.
Right.
It's about fostering collaboration and building consensus, even amidst differing viewpoints.
And it's about having the resilience to bounce back from setbacks.
Oh, absolutely.
Because let's not forget, he lost that election for BJP Kutch District President in 1995.
Yeah, that's right.
It would be understandable to feel discouraged,
Right.
even disillusioned after such a defeat.
Yeah.
But Dhirubhai didn't let it break him.
It's a testament to his character and his unwavering belief in his mission.
Yeah.
He understood that setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to define you.
Right.
What matters is how you respond,
Okay.
how you pick yourself up and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
It's like that saying,
Yeah.
It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up.
Exactly.
Dhirubhai's story is a perfect example of that.
It is.
And his resilience ultimately paid off.
Yeah.
He achieved his goal of becoming an MLA and even rose to the prestigious position of Speaker of the Gujarat Legislative Assembly.
It's a remarkable achievement,
Right.
especially considering his earlier setback.
Yeah.
It shows that perseverance, combined with a clear vision and a genuine commitment to service, can overcome even the most challenging obstacles.
But even after reaching such a pinnacle of his political career,
Yeah.
Dhirubhai didn't rest on his laurels.
No.
He continued to serve his community in new and meaningful ways.
Exactly.
So even after losing an election, he wasn't done contributing.
It wasn't, no.
It shows that his dedication to serving others wasn't tied to any specific political office.
Right.
He was committed to making a difference, regardless of the platform. What did he do next?
Well, in 2003, he was appointed chairman of the Gujarat Finance Commission.
Oh, wow.
This role allowed him to leverage his expertise and experience to strengthen local governance and ensure that resources were allocated effectively to meet the needs of communities across Gujarat.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like he was able to transition from the legislative branch to a role that focused on the nuts and bolts of governance,
Yeah.
ensuring that policies were translated into tangible improvements for people's lives.
Exactly.
Okay.
He brought the same commitment to service and the same sharp mind for problem solving to this new position.
Yeah.
He understood the importance of fiscal responsibility,
Okay.
of making sure that every rupee was spent wisely and efficiently for the benefit of the people.
So even though his journey took him through various roles and positions,
Right.
his core values remained consistent.
They did.
It seems like his whole life was about making a positive impact, whether he was practicing law, serving as an elected official, or leading a crucial financial commission.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to that initial question,
Right.
what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Yeah.
Dhirubhai's story shows us that it's not about titles or accolades. It's about making a meaningful contribution, about using your skills and talents to serve others and make the world a better place.
It really is. It's inspiring to see how Dhirubhai's dedication to service transcended his specific roles and positions.
Yeah, definitely.
He wasn't driven by a desire for power or recognition.
No.
It seems like he was genuinely motivated by a deep-seated commitment to improving the lives of those around him.
It's a powerful reminder that leadership isn't about holding a title.
Yeah,
It's about making a difference, no matter how big or small.
right.
Dhirubhai showed us that you can be a leader in your community, in your workplace, even within your own family.
Yeah.
It's about stepping up, taking initiative, and using your skills and talents to create positive change.
And his story really underscores the importance of resilience.
Absolute.
He faced setbacks, he encountered obstacles, but he never let those challenges derail him from his mission. He picked himself up, dusted himself off, and kept moving forward.
Yeah.
That's a lesson we can all apply to our own lives, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about those moments when you faced a disappointment or a failure.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to feel discouraged, to want to give up.
Yeah.
But Dhirubhai's story reminds us that those setbacks are often temporary.
Right.
What matters is how we choose to respond.
Yeah.
Do we let those challenges define us, or do we use them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger?
It's like that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly.
And it seems like Dhirubhai embraced that philosophy throughout his career.
I think so.
He turned those challenges into stepping stones, and ultimately, his perseverance paid off.
It did.
He achieved significant success and made a lasting impact on the lives of countless people.
His story also highlights the importance of understanding the systems and structures we operate within.
Okay.
His legal background clearly gave him a unique advantage.
Yeah.
He knew how to navigate the complexities of government and politics,
Right.
how to advocate for change within established frameworks.
It's like he was able to use his knowledge of the rules to create positive change from within the system itself.
I think so.
He wasn't just complaining about problems.
Right.
He was actively working to find solutions
Yeah.
to make things better for his community.
And he wasn't afraid to make tough choices,
Right.
even when those choices meant sacrificing personal gain.
Yeah.
Remember his decision to step aside in that 1989 assembly election?
Right.
That takes a remarkable level of selflessness
It does.
and a deep understanding of the bigger picture.
It's easy to get caught up in our own ambitions,
Right.
our own desires for recognition and success.
Absolutely.
But Dhirubhai's story reminds us that sometimes the most impactful actions are those that prioritize the needs of others, the needs of the community,
Yeah.
over our own personal agendas.
That's a powerful lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
Regardless of our chosen fields or professions, it's about recognizing that we are all part of something larger than ourselves, and that our actions have the potential to ripple outwards, creating positive change that extends far beyond our immediate circles.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the life of Dhirubhai Shah,
Okay.
I'm curious, what's the one big takeaway you'll carry with you from his story? What's the nugget of wisdom that resonates the most?
For me, it's the reminder that leadership is not about titles or positions.
Yeah.
It's about a mindset, a commitment to service,
Okay.
a willingness to roll up your sleeves and work to make things better no matter where you find yourself.
Yeah.
Dhirubhai embodied that spirit, and his story is a testament to the transformative power of a life dedicated to serving others.
Beautifully put.
Thank you.
And it leaves us with a challenge, an invitation to reflect on our own lives and ask ourselves, how can we each strive to embody that same spirit of service? How can we make those ripple effects, however big or small,
Right.
that contribute to a more just, compassionate, and thriving world?
It's a question worth pondering, and I think Dhirubhai would urge us not to overthink it.
Okay.
It's not about waiting for some grand opportunity to make a difference.
Right.
It's about recognizing those everyday moments,
Yeah.
those small acts of kindness, those instances where we can step up and make a positive contribution, however seemingly insignificant.
Right. It's about those seemingly small things.
Yeah.
Volunteering our time, lending a helping hand to a neighbor,
Yeah.
speaking up for what's right,
Right.
even just offering a kind word or a listening ear.
Absolutely.
Those actions might seem insignificant in isolation, but collectively, they have the power to transform communities and create a ripple effect of positive change.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
We all have the power to make a difference. It doesn't require a fancy title or a position of authority.
Right.
It simply requires a willingness to act, to care, to contribute to something larger than ourselves.
So as we sign off on this deep dive, let's all take a moment to consider how we can each embody that spirit of service in our own lives. What small step can you take today to make the world a little brighter, a little kinder, a little more just?
Yeah,
Remember, even the smallest ripple can create waves of change.
that's right.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time, keep those ripples going.